So what's a cup? Yeah, this is about a cup. Same here, another cup. Hi everyone. I'm gonna start us off with a little sage. This is California white sage. This actually comes from my home. I've been lighting this throughout the day, and I'm doing it for two different reasons. One is just to kind of smudge, clear the air, clear the space, but to also help ground. We are all here together. We're all here to eat with intent, right, and to also honor our plant relatives. And so, just want to welcome you all, and also welcome the spirit of the plants into this space. We're going to be getting started with our first course. And so our first course is the Tewa salad. That is actually in Tewa, which means the place where the spirits of the mountain people reside. And so it's a mountain salad. And it's really just to honor the landscape. It's to honor the greens. I also was looking to find some edible flowers, and I just kept finding some false flowers, which means they're not edible. And so then I decided to go with the cempasúchil. The cempasúchil is the marigolds. And marigolds in my culture really are a way to connect to spirit world. It's a way to also honor our relatives that have passed on. And so I thought, oh, that's a really beautiful way to bring this salad together. I also was really intentional in preparing our meal for today, and it's really honoring our ancestral culinary trade routes. I've seen that so many seeds that I see, like in Mexico, like in Michoacan, Zacatecas, and San Luis Potosí, which is where my people is from, I see it here too. And so that says a lot about how our seeds move. Right? Seeds in movement. And so I really was thinking about the Tewa and the Anahuac experience, and I kept thinking about the seeds. And so I wanted to also just acknowledge, right, the power of the seed. The seed is palabra, and by palabra I mean like the seed carries wisdom, the seed carries memory. And your beverage here, it's a lemongrass mint iced tea. Our ancestors and our relatives, especially again, the Pueblo people here, would utilize and make a lot of sun drinks using our plants. You just kind of infuse them. So with that, like we say in our home, we say provecho, so provecho. Enjoy. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It is.
I am so happy right now.
Our next meal is up, and this one is a Three Sisters bowl. And I also went ahead and prepared some amaranth dumplings. And so these amaranth dumplings are slightly savory. What I really loved about in preparing this is that one, it's the Three Sisters, right? So we have corned beans and squash. It's central to like the Southwest. Even the Mesoamerican diet, it has sustained us since the beginning of time. But one thing that, again, that really was important for me is to integrate the amaranth. So we had amaranth. Amaranth has always been present in the Mi'kmaq system. And I joke around about this because I always see them as like, they have the relationship, like corned beans and squash, like they're solid, but the corn always had a side relationship. I kind of think about it in terms of like Indigenous, like polyamory, but Indigenous like eco polyamory, right? But we do have the Tapari beans. The Tapari beans were introduced to me. We're just working with in the native food sovereignty circles. This is from the Tohono O'odham Nation, right? So this is
chukbak, black beans.
Yes, and they've become like my ultimate favorite. I've been taught to prepare them so many different ways, but I just decided to do it the way I was raised. I soak them overnight, and then the next day is when I cook them for like forever, because they take a long time to cook. And then we just have the simple, roasted golden zucchini, which is actually native here to Nueva Mexico, and then also to the corn. So we also, again, got this from, the local farm co-op. So again, right, it's not going to be like the flavors that you're used to when you go out to, everyday restaurants. These are very subtle. These are, ways that, our ancestors were able to put these foods together, right? So it really, some of the words that people use is, kind of like decolonize your taste buds, right? So letting go of what your expectation is and being open to something new. And with that, right, that's what we have. We do have the hatch. I call it just like a rub. It's really what it is, but it's more of a drizzle. So you're welcome to drizzle it. It does have a little bit of sunflower and sage drizzle already, but I would add a little bit of the hatch to give it a kick. And with that, again, throw it, show. When I added the blue corn, I just saw it turn purple and I got so excited because purple is my favorite color. So we have our dessert. Now these, I actually make them at home a lot, and these I actually turn them into bars. Today I decided to turn them into little balls. Today we're gonna call them seed in their balls. You just grab them and you'll probably eat them in 2-3 bites. But they are dense, they do give you energy. And I usually just keep these in the fridge and just kind of power up throughout the day. It was funny because when I had prepared these for, it's a gang intervention community out in Los Angeles, and they kept referring to them as G-bars, and G-bars is, what G-bars are. And I was like, no, they're indigenous bars. But they're like, whoa, but it's so good. And it just made me so happy because they all just enjoyed just the combination, because there's just so many flavors in these bites. So I do invite you to just take your time and just savor it up. But yeah, enjoy. Thank you.
Amazing.
That was great, awesome. It's so good to finally sit down and have one of your meals. We met years ago. I've been following you on social media, seeing all your great work. So it's an honor to be able to sit down right here and partake in one of your meals. So thanks again. It was delicious. Look forward to the next one.
Feeling well nourished.
Good.
Body and spirit.
Yes.
So,
I learned so much. That's what I really appreciate about you, is that you're knowledge keeper and knowledge sharer.
Thank
So
you.
I really appreciate all of the information.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel really grounded, and just this, especially before this wild weekend, just really appreciating that grounding meals. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good. That's a good feeling.
Thank you. Amazing. Love to watch.
Jimmy Glitch, which means a big thank you.
You're welcome.
It is so great to share a meal like this that has indigenous roots and stories to go with it.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Yay!